Hi, this is Coach Ray, and this is another Learning Snacks. I am creating these short, bite-sized training videos so you can get in and out. And these topic is specifically around how to lead your team when we are working from home. So this is based on the stay-at-home order that many people have experienced, and what I have learned after working with a lot of my top CEOs, executives, leaders, and the Fortune 500 companies that have great fortune to coach, train, and really consult. And I know, especially during this time, a lot of people have been scrambling, and we're gathering all of this information and really trying to figure out how to do this more effectively, especially if we have not had the ability to lead our team remotely. And so this training video is okay, I'm gonna keep this short and sweet. We're gonna stay in that 5-minute range, fingers crossed. But what I want to talk about during this video is something that has been coming up over and over and over again. So as I mentioned, I'm consulting, I'm training, I'm coaching, and a lot of our meetings are being held on a video conferencing platform, whether that is Zoom or GoToMeeting or Google Hangouts. This training specifically, I'm gonna touch on Zoom, and I love Zoom as a platform. It has a lot of unique, just great interaction and ways that you can engage. So I'm not going to get into a Zoom training, but I do want to talk about Zoom etiquette. And so the first thing that I want to share when we talk about when we are having, whether we're conducting a training or whether we're a part of a training or part of a meeting, whatever the case is, if we're on video, the first thing that we want to do is we want to be aware of our physical space. So your physical space. So what does that mean? That means that as I have been on videos, I kid you not, I have seen everything. I have seen people who have, they're in their bedrooms and their bed is unmade, right? And I get it. I mean, if our house is not set up for meetings and we weren't planning on working from home, some of us is just we're adapting, we're being flexible. No judgment around that. But if you're going to be in your bedroom and we're going to be looking at your bed, I would say, can we make the bed, please? So that's one thing. And the reason why I'm saying that is because you have to realize we're going to come out of this. This is temporary, and we're going to come out of this, and people are judging you, right? Their biases are being created because they're looking at your environment. So your physical space is super important. Make sure that if people are seeing, the space as much as possible, just do a quick shot and say, okay, turn the video on and say, okay, what do I see? Like when I look at my plant over there, I notice that I need to like do a little pruning because some of the leaves are a little, they're dying. But hopefully you're not going to judge me too harshly for that. But whether that is, I've been on trainings where someone actually had an empty beer bottle on their bookshelves. It's like, just remove that stuff, people. Like, come on. Your physical space. Think of it as if you were at work. If you were at work, you would not have, hopefully, empty beer. Well, I don't know. Some of these workforces are or workplaces are pretty creative. You might have an empty bottle on your desk, but it wouldn't be there forever, right? You eventually throw it away. So let's watch our physical space. Number two, be professional. Be professional. So I can talk about this all day. Just because we're working from home does not mean that if we're going to be on camera that we need to have bedhead, as I call it, where you look like you literally rolled out of the bed onto the camera, maybe in your bed watching the video. I don't know. I've seen all kind of stuff. So, wash your face, do your hair, shave, I know we're in a pandemic, but let's be professional. If you're going to be on camera, make sure that, I don't need to say this, but I'm just saying this is your brand, people. So make sure that you're professional and show up professionally, whether it's with your coworkers or your team. Number three, raise your hand. So here's the thing, when we are in a meeting, typically when you're in a meeting, you can go back and forth and people are talking over each other. That's where a lot of the brainstorming and collaboration happens, because you can jump in like double dutch, right? Someone says something that does not work well on a video platform. So, it's going to be uber important that so that everyone can hear and everyone can participate, that we use the feature like raising your hands, right? Or even the chat feature if you have questions, so that you're not talking over each other. I love the acronym for WAIT, WAIT. Why am I talking? So there are times when we need to talk and there's times we need to wait. In any case, we definitely want to raise our hands before we speak. And then the last thing that I would say is watch your face. This is probably the hardest one out of all of it. Watch your face. When I used to belong to this church, and I remember, every Sunday we would have, well, every month we would have a Women's Day, and we would read this mantra. And one of the statements was, I will watch the look on my face, for I know a look can hurt. I've been working on this face all my entire life, and I know some of you are like me. You might not say what you're really thinking, but it's written all over your face. So I want you to almost think of this as media training. Like if we look at the newscasters and people when they're on CNN or Fox News, right? They are practicing watching their face. So pay attention to what you're doing. I've seen people grabbing their lips, or scratch, I mean, all kind of stuff. I would say, remember, most of these are being recorded and you just want to watch your face. And so I know this might be, there's a little levity around this, and you might say, well, why is this a big deal? Because this is your personal and professional brand. And so as we are adapting into just this disruption and navigating through it all, I just want to just bring up, this Zoom etiquette, going back, just be aware of your physical space, be professional, raise your hand, and watch your face. All right, so hopefully this training was invaluable. And as always, we are here to help, we are here to serve. And this is Coach Ray saying, live boldly, authentically, and courageously. Bye.